Okay, so for this deep dive, we're going to try and unpack what's happening in Ecuador right now in late 2025.
Yeah, it's a fascinating situation.
It really is. You've got this huge paradox playing out. On one hand, you have President Noboa, who just won re-election with a really strong
A
manifesto.
decisive win, over
Right.
55%. But at the same time, the country is fighting a war on two fronts.
Right.
It's a real struggle.
And that's the core of it. You've got the very real, very kinetic internal armed conflict against the narco gangs.
And then this structural fight against an energy crisis. We're talking about the worst drought they've seen in 60 years.
So he has this huge mandate from the people, but the ground beneath his feet feels like quicksand.
Exactly. And what's so interesting is how quickly that mandate got checked.
Almost immediately.
Yeah, just months later, November 2025. He puts forward this constitutional referendum to allow foreign military bases on their soil.
And it gets shot down. Hard.
Completely.
Yeah.
6 out of 10 voters said no. A huge political defeat for him.
And you have to understand the context there, right? The public, they're all for his iron fist policies at home.
Oh, absolutely.
But they draw a very hard line at national sovereignty. There's a long memory there.
It's that historical thing. They still remember the U.S. base at Manta being closed down back in 2009.
So that forces the government into, what, a plan B?
A plan B, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's pure economic statecraft. Instead of, external military help, they pivot.
So this is where that new U.S. trade agreement comes in.
Precisely. The Joint Statement on Framework.
Yeah.
It's all about embedding Ecuador into the U.S. economic sphere. If you can't get direct security aid, you go for deep economic integration instead.
So let's shift from that high-level politics to, what's actually happening on the streets. Because the security crisis is just, it's brutal.
Relentlessly so. You have Decree 111, the internal armed conflict.
But the games are pushing back. That car bomb in Guayaquil in November, right near the Sheraton Hotel in a major mall.
That's a clear terror tactic.
Yeah.
And then you look at the kidnapping rates. The numbers they're just staggering.
Something like a 2,500% increase.
Between 2023 and 2024, yeah. So all of this adds up to what you could call a sustained security tax on the economy.
Right. Which is strange because on the surface, inflation is super low thanks to them using the U.S. dollar. It's, 1.24%?
The dollarization is their anchor, absolutely. But capital is spooked. Foreign direct investment, FDI, it hit a 14-year low, just $232 million in 2024.
Okay, so with FDI collapsing like that, is the whole economy just grinding to a halt, or are there any bright spots at all?
Oh, there's one massive one. The shrimp industry.
Really? Right?
It's a global superpower, generated over $5.5 billion in revenue. And that's up 23%.
How is that even possible with all the insecurity we're talking about?
Well, think about where it is. It's mostly coastal, it's pre-self-contained, and it's highly institutionalized and dollarized. So it's sort of insulated from the chaos that's hitting, manufacturing or services in the cities.
Okay, so that's the security war. But then there's this other front, the structural one, the energy crisis.
And this one hits absolutely everyone.
70% of their power is hydro, right? And they're in the worst drought in 60 years. That's a recipe for disaster.
And it is a disaster. It's paralysis.
Yeah.
You're talking about 12, sometimes even 14-hour power cuts every single day.
Wow.
These aren't just an inconvenience, they're economic paralytics. A small business just can't operate.
And the public health side of that?
It's severe. You get water rationing because of the power cuts. The U.S. Embassy has even been sending out alerts to its citizens.
So any business faces this triple threat. High security costs, capital flight, and now you can't even keep the lights on.
And that unreliability is directly fueling this new wave of migration that we're seeing. People just can't build a life.
So to wrap this up, what we're really looking at is a nation that's showing, remarkable resilience, but at the same time, it's facing this profound structural fragility.
It's walking a tightrope. And I want to leave you with one final thought on that because it kind of connects everything.
Okay.
Amidst all this chaos, the narcos, the blackouts, the political fights, Ecuador is actively implementing the closure of the Asuni ITT oil block.
Forfeiting billions of dollars in revenue.
Billions, all to protect this incredibly biodiverse area. We're talking about a place where a single hectare has more tree species than all of the continental U.S. put together.
That's incredible.
So the question to really chew on is this. Can a nation that is, facing these fundamental risks to its very survival, can it really afford to make such profound world-leading environmental commitments? Or is that a luxury it just doesn't have right now?